these fantastic things. He says, go away from me. Depart from me. I don't want you anywhere near me. I want you to get away from me and go far away from me. Go to hell. Why? They can say, Lord, look at the number of people we brought to you and the people we influenced by our sermons. No, I'm not impressed by gifts. There was sin in your life. And there you see what is the thing that God really looks for in you young people. It is not, don't look for gifts like casting out demons and prophesying and doing miracles. Look to be free from sin. That's the thing that pleased Jesus, that pleased the Father about Jesus. What did he do in those 30 years? There are two things which you must remember, which are a good example for you as young people. See, most if not all of you are under the age of 30. And what did Jesus do during those 30 years? That's a good example for you who are teenagers and young people in your 20s to look at, see what did Jesus do when he was a teenager or a young person of my age. One thing is written in Luke chapter 2, that verse 51, he continued in the last part of that verse in subjection to Joseph and Mary in the middle of that verse. So that's one thing. He was in subjection to Joseph and Mary throughout those 30 years. That's the first thing. God tested Jesus in his home. That's why he said, I'm well pleased with you. And most of you are living in your home. And that's where God is seeing whether you obey the only one commandment that he has given to children. Honor your father and mother. Children, obey your parents. You say that's difficult. It was difficult for Jesus. It was more difficult for Jesus, and I'll tell you why. Because you are imperfect, and your parents are also imperfect. But in Jesus' case, he was perfect, and his parents were imperfect. So it was much more difficult for a perfect person to obey imperfect people, but he did it. He did it because God had said it. The question is not whether your dad is perfect or your mom is perfect. No. The question is, has God said it? Then you do it. And I'll tell you something. In those